1, 2, 3. My name is Kirill. I'm the head of research at Blockscout. So I hope you've seen this explorer before already on Redstone or any other chains we support. Blockscout is a most widely used open source blockchain explorer for different EVM networks. We have more than 1,000 instances across the board for different mainnets, rollups, testnets, and so on. And so one of the greatest partners we have right now is Redstone team, and we are proud to support this chain from the very beginning, from the first block they have ever sequenced through the OP stack rollup. So just let me demo our block explorer, which is available at explorer.redstone.xyz, and for Garnet testnet, explorer.garnetchain.com. So first of all, since the Redstone is an OP stack based network, we already support a bunch of different views that might be useful for devs that are optimism related. We have been indexing the deposits and withdrawals from the bridge. We're indexing transaction batches, output routes, games, and so on. So if you're interested in depth how the OP stack systems and chains are working, feel free to explore it in the Explorer too. But the most cool feature today that I wanted you to show is the features that we specifically built for Redstone for supporting MUD worlds, MUD games. We at Blockscout love on-chain games. Unfortunately, we haven't developed any yet, but we love playing them, and we love exploring them on-chain to observe the contracts, to see what's going on, how to interact them, how users are using them. So let's go into that. So in the blockchain view, you have this MUD worlds tab on both of the Redstone and Garnet chain explorers. And if you go to the tab, you'll see a list of all the different world contracts and games that have been indexed and parsed via the MUD indexer. And so yeah, this list is quite huge, especially on Garnet. It's hundreds of different games. And so you can pick any. And then once you select the particular world contract, you'll see this MUD tab that is basically a table view that provides you an overview of all namespaces, of all tables that are available within the particular game. So you can paginate across this list, you can find a particular table, you can search by its name, by the namespace, by the table ID, and so on. So for each of these tables, you can see quickly the snippet of the table schema, you can see all the fields, their names, their types, the keys and values. And then, for example, let's explore what's inside the character info table in some of the Garnet chain worlds. So once we load this table, we have this table view, which is similar to what you can find in any database SQL-based explorers. So we see a bunch of different records. We can sort by the character ID. We can sort by the second column if there is any in the key. We can also filter by the specific key values on the indexed columns. So let's find the user with the ID 150. We can see its name. We can see all the fields. We can also jump into the particular record to see all the fields in the vertical mode. Then one of the other features we have here is that you can also share the link. You can copy the link and share with Slack, within the Telegram, with your community to allow other users to go jump into directly the specific record to the specific table. So you can copy the link to the particular record. You can copy the link on the previous view to the particular table, and so on. So that's what we have on the table view. And then one second feature that we recently released is related to the contract interaction. So if you go to the contract tab on any of the game's contract, first of all, you'll see redesigned the contract interaction tabs that allow you to write and read directly from the proxy contract, but Word contracts doesn't have a lot of useful functions here. But what we built specifically for MUD-enabled contracts is the separate tab that allows you to interact with the specific systems under this world. So in a sense, it works similar to multi-implementation proxies like Diamond proxies, but this view specifically supports and indexes the implementations, ABIs, and functions available under the specific systems. So in this system selector, you'll see all the systems that are registered for this particular game. You can select any, and then you'll see the specific functions that were indexed from the MUD database for this particular system. And so you can play your games just right from the Explorer without using any UI. For example, here we can go and move the player just from interacting from the Explorer. And one more thing I want to mention here is that for systems, we are actually sourcing the ABI from two different sources. So first of all, we are getting the ABI from the MUD table, something .world.systems or something like that. So we index the ABI from there, and then we combine this ABI from the verified ABI of the smart contract, which is natively verified in Blockscout. And so we match these ABIs and combine the field names, for example, in the function calls. So if you go ahead and verify all the system contracts, this UI will be even nicer because all the function names and the argument names will be verified and displayed as they intend to be. So yeah,
Say it again.
that's pretty much it. Let's see if you have any questions.
Okay.
Thank you, Kirill. Thank you.